Her kindness changed everything. A woman was taking care of an elderly lady. It was a tough job, but she didn't mind because the elderly lady was her grandmother. One day her grandmother passed away, and in her will, she left the woman a huge surprise. The woman couldn't believe it. A few days before the funeral, the woman was alone in her house when suddenly she heard someone crying outside. When she opened the front door, she saw a little girl sitting on the stairs crying. She asked the girl what was wrong and why she was crying. The girl told the woman that she had lost her mother and didn't know where to find her. She had been looking for her mom everywhere, but she was nowhere to be found. The woman felt bad for the child, so she invited her inside to look for her mom together. They searched everywhere, but the woman couldn't find the girl's mom. At that point, the little girl started crying again. The woman felt sorry for her, so she gave her a big hug. She then called up her friend to ask if she could take care of the girl until her mom was found. Her friend agreed, so they made the little girl a nice dinner and put her to bed. The next morning, the woman made the girl some breakfast, and after she ate, they went out into the garden to play. As they were playing, the woman noticed that the girl was very well-mannered. She also noticed that the girl was wearing a golden necklace. It was a beautiful piece of jewelry. The woman asked the girl where she got such a beautiful necklace, but she wouldn't tell her. She only said that it was her mother's necklace. The woman and the girl spent the whole day playing. They had a lot of fun. When her friend came to pick her up, the woman asked her if she knew where the girl's parents were. The friend had no idea and suggested that they should take the girl to an orphanage. The woman didn't want to do that, so she decided to raise the girl as her own. She became the little girl's new mom and took care of her as best as she could. Years went by and the girl grew up into a beautiful young woman. She was kind, smart, and always helped her mom around the house. When she turned 18, she went to college to study medicine. She wanted to become a doctor because she wanted to help people. Every night before going to sleep, the young woman would pray to God to help her find her real parents. She missed them very much and wanted to know who they were. One night she had a dream. In her dream, she saw a beautiful couple. They looked like they were in their early 20s. Then she saw an old lady who looked a lot like her mom. The old lady was sitting next to a fireplace and was knitting a sweater. The young woman approached the old lady and asked her, "Are you my mom?" The old lady stopped knitting and looked at her for a moment. Then she said, "Yes, I am your grandmother." The young woman was so happy. She hugged her grandmother as tight as she could. Then she woke up. She couldn't believe what had happened. Could it be true? Was the old lady from her dream really her mom? She decided to visit her grandmother's grave and see if it had an answer. She visited the grave every day for a week, but there was still no answer. She was about to give up hope when suddenly she noticed something strange. There was a small wooden box buried next to her grandmother's grave. She carefully dug it up and opened it. Inside, she found a letter addressed to her. She read the letter. It was from her real parents. They explained in the letter that they had to give her up for adoption because they weren't able to take care of her. They had found a new family for her and were sure that she would be in good hands. They had chosen her adoptive mother very carefully. She was a kind and loving woman who would never hurt her. The letter ended with, "We love you, our little girl. We're sorry we had to give you up, but we know you'll have a great life with Mom." After reading the letter, the young woman finally understood why her adoptive mother had never told her about her real parents. She knew that they had made the right choice. If they hadn't given her up, she might not have had the wonderful childhood that she had. She hugged the box tightly. She was sad that they had to give her up, but she was grateful for the decision they had made. She knew that she wouldn't be the same person if she hadn't grown up with her adoptive mom. That night, she went to her mom's grave and told her everything. She told her about the letter and how she now knew the truth about her parents. She thanked her for raising her and for giving her a chance at a happy life from that day on. The young woman never forgot the two most important women in her life. She loved them both very much and was grateful to have them as her moms.